This is my early top 6 pick for the upcoming Olympia. Things could change before the Olympia. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Okay, my early top 6 pick for the upcoming Olympia. I'm going by most recent performances on stage, track record, and what we've seen in updates in videos and pictures. That being said, let's start off with 6th place, Martin Fitzwater. And it's not because I don't think he's going to bring in as good or if not better package than he brought in last year, simply due to the fact that there are going to be people in this lineup that weren't there last year, and I just don't think that he's going to be able to get past some of these people. That is the sole reason why I'm putting him down to 6th place. Keep in mind he was 4th last year. But I have a feeling there might be a little dispute once again with his placing. It might be arguable whether he could have placed a hot in front of my 5th place pick, Derek Lunsford. Remember, last year Derek Lunsford placed 3rd, Martin 4th, and there was a big debate on whether Martin should have placed 3rd and Derek 4th. I do think Martin's going to be in that 6th spot, Derek in that 5th spot, and I think there might be a debate once again. As far as Derek goes, there's a few reasons putting him in that spot. First off, a couple of his issues that he's had all along with his physique have never quite been fixed. My hunch is when he steps on stage this year, his body is going to have a little bit of a tired look to it. He's competed a lot this year. Some people thrive on it. Some people don't seem to work that well for. And my gut feeling is it's not going to work too well for Derek. And another thing, his advantage that he's had, so-called advantage that he has, his back, which people rave as being the best back in the business. Well, it's not the best back in the business anymore. It's very, very debatable. His bread and butter shot was taken away from him at the Pittsburgh Pro. And at the end of the day, I think Derek is going to be settling in the 5th place spot this year. 4th place, and it all depends on whether he's in the country to compete this year. Beirut Tabani, and even though we haven't heard for sure, haven't had a confirmation, things are looking better and better. In a recent Cutler cast, Jay mentioned that he was contacted and asked about, by whatever organization is handling this, asked about Beirut Tabani. And according to Jay, other people in the industry have been contacted. That says they are considering him for a visa. And I have a gut feeling, once again, that it's actually going to happen this year. I think Beirut Tabani, if he makes it at Olympia stage, he can turn out to be the biggest surprise of the Olympia this year. He'll make a major splash, and he's going to upset a lot of other competitors that are going to be on the stage. 3rd place, current champion Samson Dowder. Now, he has all the tools to be a multiple Olympia champion. He really has the tools to probably be able to dominate. His issue has always been, still is, conditioning. We saw his best conditioning to date at the Olympia when he won the title. It wasn't stellar by any means. We saw him slip a little bit at the Arnold Classic when he lost to Derek Lunsford. The way I see it, this Olympia, I think conditioning is going to hold a lot more weight than we've seen recently at the Olympia. Sampson bringing in the kind of conditioning that he brought in last year will not suffice. A little better will not suffice. He doesn't have to bring in Hadi level conditioning, but he probably needs to bring in or close to a Nick Walker level of conditioning. I got to go by the track record. I don't think it's going to happen. And I think Sampson is going to slip down to third place. He's going to suffer the same fate that Derek Lunsford suffered last year. Second place. A couple of months ago, if you would have asked me, I would have had him first. Hadi Chupon. I mean, it's probably the most conditioned. It has to be the most conditioned competitor, most consistent competitor that we see on stage. That being said, and I pointed it out in my previous video, recent update video of him, 9 weeks out. Yes, his conditioning was good. It was really good conditioning. And keep in mind, he's still 9 weeks out. But, that being said, we're used to seeing Hadi at 9 weeks out a lot better conditioning, as good as he looks at the 9 week out point. We are used to seeing a much better conditioned Hadi, and I did point out that he appears to be a little downsized. Taking all that into consideration, and what we constantly keep on seeing coming from Nick Walker, a lot of people wrote him off not that long ago, and a lot of people are starting to change their tune again. And I think we're going to see with Nick Walker this year a level of muscularity beyond what we've seen from him already, a level of conditioning beyond what we've seen from him already. I think we're going to see a level of muscularity and conditioning that we haven't really seen since Ronnie Coleman days. And I'm not trying to compare him to Ronnie Coleman. I'm not saying that he's as good or better or whatever. I'm not comparing him to Ronnie Coleman. Point is, we haven't seen that crazy. I think that the level of conditioning and muscularity he's going to bring, we haven't seen anything close to that since Ronnie Coleman. And I think ultimately, there are some people that are still not convinced. I think some people are going to be eating their words. And that's just the way I see it at the time being. Right now, I have, for the Olympia, first place Nick Walker, second place Hadi Chupon, third place Samson Dowda, fourth place Beirut Dabani, Fifth place, Derek Lunsford. Sixth place, Martin Fitzwater. And that could, and I'm sure there probably will be some changes or some switch arounds before the Olympia takes place. If you agree or disagree with anything I've said in this video, please let me know in the comment section. This is Michael Diamond. I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.